Alrighty. Let me know if anybody in the chat can hear me. Hopefully somebody's out there. We're a couple minutes late today, but we were dealing with some tech, so hopefully we are going over the airwaves. I'm waiting to see the first comment, and then we'll fire it up. Who's gonna be first? Who's gonna be first? Ooh, the tension builds. Seth, you don't count. Dan does, though. There it is. All right, let's fire it up. We got Mr. I-100. Jay is here. Alrighty. Glad y'all made it. Glad we're making it. We were touch and go with the tech a second ago, but let's fire this bitch up. We got a lot to talk about. Let's get into this live episode of the Entertainment Outhouse. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Cody Michael, and I'm joined, as always, by Seth Ott.
What's up?
Mr. Pizza Pocket himself. There's at least 8 better ways to eat pizza, but we'll talk about that in a second because we got to bring in Jared Buckendahl as well.
Stuffed crust all the way, people.
Stuffed crust, baby.
Technically, this is stuffed crust.
Well,
it's
more of a hot pocket that went through the shrink ray, like it's Ant-Man hot pocket.
Yeah, I'm like Rick Moranis with pizza. Honey, I Shrunk the Rolls.
Rick Moranis with pizza.
Honey, I Shrunk the Rolls.
That would be. I'm trying to think of like what if you had. Have we talked about this before? If you had your dating profile, you could leave reviews on someone's dating profile. I think this guy is Rick Moranis with pizza would be the best review you could get.
Did you know that there used to be a dating app / just app in general where people could go on there and essentially review people?
No, I didn't. I always wanted there to be that.
Yeah,
and you told me it existed?
Was a thing that I think it was like back in like 2015 or something. But I don't know how you would to get on there though. Like I don't know the logistics of it essentially.
Yeah. Well, I guess fuck that. Also, it feels like the pizza pockets were on purpose, Seth. And I was is this in protest to the Stuffed Crust Championship from a couple of weeks ago?
It is not in protest. It is just simply that I had zero time to make any food, and I was rushing at the end, and I just threw them in the air fryer, and away we went.
Ooh, brag about your air fryer a little bit more.
Oh yeah. Hey, you benefited from it this past weekend.
Oh yeah, to be transparent, I went and visited Seth, and I now know he lives like the 1% because his air fryer is like top tier.
It is the Cadillac. He got the Cadillac version of the air fryer. Mine's a good air fryer, but Seth's will like read you your schedule and for you as well. Man, let's see who is joining us today. A lot of our favorites. Mr. I-100 is in the house. Good to see you again as well. It's been a while. I was just thinking today, 3 months since our last live show. So it's really good to be back with y'all again. We've had a chaotic year end and a chaotic start to the year, and this is something we've missed. So it's good to be back with y'all. Good to see Mike V, Abby out there as well. Fanjecture, hot or not, I think... I don't know if that's the dating app where you could go rate people, but
that
Seth,
wasn't the dating app.
If we're doing that here, I would say hot.
That was the website where it was hot or not, and I think it was a 0 to 10 scale. And I remember some girl, mind you, this was like middle school. She was a solid 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think she still? Because I feel like any man would be still bragging about that. Do you think she still does? Do you know this girl?
I do. She is married, so unfortunately, anyone that's married cannot be a 10.
Well, them's the rules. Them's the
Yep.
rules.
I don't make the rules.
Maybe you should hook her up with that guy from our most recent episode that likes to call women and tell them bedtime stories. That was maybe they could be paired up. Wow. So here's something cool. Dan, you were our first comment tonight. You get movie tickets. You're our first winner tonight. We've been saying on the show for a while now that we've been kind of, we're gummed up. We've had blue balls for giveaways. So there's gonna be some extras today. So if you're like, well, fuck Dan, I don't like him, then I know, neither do we. But he did
I
comment
want
first.
one too.
But there will be some more opportunities to get a pair of movie tickets, and I think we'll get into some of the movies we're looking forward to this year. March doesn't have a lot of them, but they don't really expire. So there's plenty of stuff for you to go see.
See the Batman
We'll
twice.
get into our anticipated.
Bitman.
You could see the Batman twice. I'm excited. I think I said on this last show, I'll be the first of us three to see the Batman, which never happens now. One, because my schedule doesn't really let me get to movies on Thursdays, and you guys get to a lot of Thursday shows. And then even if I am going at the same day as y'all, I'm in West Coast time, and so you're walking out of a movie when I'm first going back, when I'm first going in. So I'm going to send out a lot of spoilers next week, just like I like my women. Okay, Dan wants AMC, so I'll get that. And Jay, I haven't forgotten about you, Jay. I've got a backlog. I literally have a list of people that I owe prizes to, and I have not forgotten. You will get your chic sticker. And I'm hoping to get that taken care of here pretty soon because it stresses me out having the backlog. My brother keeps annoying me for the stickers that I owe him, and like he's in Kuwait. Like, what, do you want me to ship the stickers over there? I think
And he said yes,
Actually,
probably.
now that I mentioned that, I sent one to him, and he in a new sentence, he's coming home like now. He's on his way from Kuwait back to the States as we speak. So
Nice.
very excited to have my little brother stateside. If you remember Kyle from having been on the show in the past or having been in the chat on previous live shows, I don't see him on there tonight, obviously, because he's in transit. But lots to talk about, so I don't want to delay much more. A couple quick things. If you're in the chat, don't forget to drop a like on the video today. I know we're out here on JBuck Studios YouTube.
At Jared Buckendahl.
Jared's been doing a ton over on TikTok as well as YouTube Shorts. So while you're here, pop around, check some other things out. If you haven't been before, like some stuff. If you have been and you're coming, and this is the likely case, you're coming from Jared's world into the socially constipated world, and that was your conduit, then head out to sociallyconstipatedpod.com. I hit the one. That was fitting.
Yeah, you are a
Head out
loser.
to sociallyconstipatedpod.com to keep track of everything else that we're working on, all of our social media profiles. And if you get out there, join the mailing list, become an anchor wanker. Those are still time to do either of those things before our next giveaway, which will be not very long from now. So open up a new tab if you want to win a pair of movie tickets. Whew. That was a lot of talking in a row. I'm excited. Jared and Seth actually tomorrow are flying out to see you, boy. So
Boy, are my arms
I don't know
tired already.
Don't blow up my spot. We can't let people know where we're at.
Well, I'm coming from an undisclosed location, so don't worry about that. I think we're gonna get some movies in over the weekend, but there's nothing major, and I don't think
could
any
go
of us
see
actually
Dog.
made it. You know what we should actually do is we should all go see Moonfall. That's still playing.
Oh, yes, dude. I haven't seen it yet. I've been meaning to. It looks great.
I've been saving myself for you guys.
Thank you so much.
What do you think of this, Seth? Dan is recommending a DiGiorno stuffed crust pizza. For folks without context, we did a tournament of trivial topics a couple weeks ago, and we ranked stuffed crust pizza as the best pizza, which drove Seth insane because he's a pizza connoisseur. So what do you think? DiGiorno stuffed crust?
I mean, I'm sitting here eating, this peasant's food, pizza rolls. So I'll give anything a shot, I guess. Plus, I like that Dan used "give it a whirl." I think that's an underused expression. So
Yeah.
I like it. You know what though? And two, give me some good. Though I'll make an exception for DiGiorno's if I get some. I'm talking with the pizza roll. I'll give it a shot if there's good marinara that I can dip the stuffed crust into.
No,
because
ranch.
I love marinara. I mean, I like ranch, but give me a good marinara, good thick hearty marinara.
I figure the pizza's got sauce on. I disagree with both of you guys on the ranch and the marinara, but this
No,
is not
it's the stuffed crust.
Just the crust, like you rip that some each off and you have a Bosco stick essentially. Mm-hmm. Nope.
I don't know.
Hot sauce and ranch, man.
I'm not taking advice from you. I saw what you ate this weekend. Your condiments are all over the place, Jared.
They are, and I love it.
Variety is the spice of life, as they say. This is not the pizza podcast, because that name was taken,
It is now.
or it would be. This, of course, is the Entertainment Outhouse. So we have a lot to talk about. And I don't want to waste a bunch more time talking about pizza rolls, but I think we're sufficiently into things. Fanjexer with a hot take there. I'm going to leave that one because I don't have an opinion on it. But let's fire up some game time here. We are going to kick things off with a fun little game that I did not load the sounder up for. Yes, I did.
Oh,
Ha, there it is.
no.
I do have it. We are going to do a socially constipated Entertainment Outhouse second draft. I had to add a little excitement to that sounder. It wasn't very dynamic before. But Seth, it's a game some people might not have seen or heard us play in a little bit, so why don't you lay it out?
Yeah. This is not the game I confused for at the Source Theater. Or, I mean, it is the game I confused for at the Source Theater last time, but this is a different game. SoCo Second Draft is a game where I've taken a plot synopsis for a movie. I've taken out 6 words. We're going to do Mad Lib style, throw in 6 new words, create a new plot synopsis. Then the guys will try and guess what the movie is based off of this mumbo-jumboed plot synopsis. I can't say that. Plot synopsis. Say it 5 times fast.
Plop synopsis.
All right. All right, so we'll do, if people will participate in the chat, you guys will each have 2, and then we'll take 2 from the chat. For the chat here, go ahead and start entering in. Give us an adverb. Ooh, we're gonna make you work here.
Oh, that's hard.
Figure out what that is, and a noun.
An adverb and a noun?
You know what's funny? Actually, Dan could, because I do need a name as well. I could do that. I could do Dwight Jr., but no, we'll do that later. An adverb and a noun for the chat. That's true. All right.
Bloopity bleppity.
I think we can
Cody.
help with the tense. So, like, messily would be for Fanjexer. You could use that as an adverb. Adverb is like an adjective describing an action, right? Swiftly, Dan had. Okay, we got some examples out there. Good.
Hornily.
Yeah, along the lines of messily, like Cody said, or jizzy, I guess, would work for the next thing
Jizzy would be a
Fanjexer
good
put.
one, yeah. Yeah, Jizzy's a good one. That's
All
right. Jizzy sauce.
I am the queen.
All right. Well, while we're getting some good entries in here, Cody, go ahead. What? Oh,
I'm ready.
Okay. Give me a name.
Oh, that it?
Yeah.
Like a specific name of an existing person or just a general, like, Robert?
It could be any. It could be an existing person. The world is your oyster in this case.
Ooh, okay. Then the name I choose is going to be Zendaya. Oh, a lot of Zendayas went to your high school, Jared?
At least 2. Very
Jared,
large high school. Yeah, what's up?
I hope Zendaya didn't go to your high school because that's a messed up high school if it's based off of Euphoria.
Well, it's very dramatized. None of that actually happened. They need to spice it up a little bit. We did go to class though.
Jared, I need a noun from you.
A noun.
Noun.
Let's go with spaghetti.
Let's go. I mean, that in any context, let's go with spaghetti is a sentence that is worth using. Did Jared just drop off us?
I guess
Might
so.
have a connection issue.
I need you. I need a
right.
noun from you though.
Two boys, one stream.
Two boys, one
you need
spaghetti.
a noun from me?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna say. Can I change my first? No, I don't want to. Mike, just
you want
made
to.
me aware of. Okay, instead of Zendaya, I want Pete Jones. I'm taking that from Mike V.
Pete Jones.
I've been wanting Pete Jones. Here we got Jared back. The noun I'm going to choose is going to be. Parking meter.
You know what would have been really funny is if you would have also said Zendaya for that one.
Yeah.
No, she's
right.
a person.
That's a person, place, or thing as a noun.
Oh, that's a fair point, I guess. A proper noun, I suppose.
Jared, I need an amount of time from you. Any amount of time.
4 minutes.
That's it? Okay.
Yep.
I thought you were going to go wacky with it.
No, I was just quoting the Justin Timberlake and Madonna hit song 4 minutes to save the world.
We only got 4 minutes to save the world.
All right, so let's pick.
Could have only 10 seconds. Okay, I stopped it.
All right. Should we? Mike V also picked Pete. Oh, did you pick Pete Jones because of Mike V's suggestion? Okay.
Yeah, he did inspire that, yeah.
All right.
Delightfully cookies sounds delicious.
All right. What do we got for? What do we think for the adverb, guys?
Well, as good as jizzly sounded before.
That was intended to be a noun. Fanjecture clarified, which that was making me laugh almost the entire time there. Jizz is a noun is a funny sentence.
We can make jizz as a noun the first contender in the title of this episode.
There you go.
There we go, yeah.
Don't forget jizz as a noun. I like delightfully. I think that one's good.
Okay. All right, Jared, then you pick the noun.
It's got to be Pete
I
Jones,
mean-
right?
We already got Pete Jones. That was the name.
He's already in there?
Yeah.
So it's between what? Grapple, jizz, cookie, or stroke?
I guess. Sky is in there.
Sky, yeah. Let's go stroke. The vinegar stroke.
It's a good stroke.
Mm-hmm.
Useful.
Can we actually change that one? Let's put stroke in. I didn't do this one very well.
Oh, gosh.
let's
Shut
put
down the show.
Let's put stroke in. Is one of you willing to concede spaghetti or parking meter?
Oh, definitely.
And then
get rid of
give me
spaghetti.
a-
We got to leave parking meter.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll do stroke there. And then Jared, since that was yours, give me an animal. Any type of animal.
Ooh. In a celebration of Arthur finally going off the air, we're gonna go with anteater. Or was he an anteater? Or
He's
was
an
he
aardvark.
Okay, well
He's a-
let's go to aardvark then.
It'd been funny if you said like turtle or something.
Wasn't he?
Elephant.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm pretty sure
Hold
he
on.
was a platypus, you fucking idiots.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this one in here. Type it into the old second drafter, the old typewriter, and then we'll read the new synopsis. Go ahead and do a little bit of vamping for me, there, fellas.
Vamping.
Ooh, vamp.
We doing vamping. Cody, did you watch any Arthur growing up?
I loved Arthur, big Arthur fan, and this is something I feel like I've maybe talked about on the show, but if not, I could vamp for a while on it. I used to write Arthur fan fiction.
No,
when I was
you
a kid.
didn't.
Swear to God, this is true. In second grade, I don't know. I had. This is gonna sound like a brag, but it's just setting up the story. So like when we would do things like spelling tests or math tests, I was kind of ahead of the class in second grade, and so I would just do it really quickly and then just sit around and not do anything. And so the teacher had a hard time getting me to fucking not bother everybody else who was still working on their homework. So she would give me just little fucking tasks to do. And she saw me drawing a picture of Arthur one day and was like, basically, go draw Arthur or something and quit bothering us. And I wrote a story, illustrated it. So there's like picture 2/3 of the page and then, you know, text. And then I bound it. I like figured out how to get, and it was like on lined paper. I didn't get like leather and shit, but I stapled it in just the right way so I could open it, which for a second grade, I know that any idiot could do that now, but I was in second grade. Working the stapler was, I was
Third
getting
grade
out of my
level
comfort
stuff.
zone.
Yeah.
It's one of my greatest, like, I don't know, not regrets, not the word, but if I could find anything from my childhood that seems to be lost, it would be those Arthur books, because I just know one of them was Arthur Goes to School. I don't even know what he did when he got to school, but I guess I learned how to draw a school bus that week. And I have no idea how good I was at Arthur either.
Was it a crossover with Magic School Bus and you had Miss Frizzle in there?
Ooh.
The Miss Frizzle fan fiction started later.
Yeah.
That was probably about 2019 when I started doing the Miss Frizzle fan fiction.
Didn't you recently come upon the Arthur books, though?
I don't think so.
Didn't when we lived together in an apartment.
Was it in that bag of shit?
I think it was in that. Yeah, that also had your diary in it. That had your crush.
Yeah, that might be why I remember it so well. Shouts out to Rebecca Hofmeister if she's in the chat.
Why are you saying her name?
Because I don't know, maybe someone in the chat's friends with her, and I still have a chance to reconnect. But
Baby, come back.
I had some very. I had a diary and a strong love for Rebecca Hofmeister that, as a second grader, was cute. But if I had that diary today and was writing about it, it would be very fucking creepy. So it was a fun find as an adult. So. Is that enough vamping? Do we need any other?
Oh yeah, we're good.
You want me to dig
we've been
up
good. We've been good. I just wanted you to reveal as much about your past as you could and embarrass yourself.
I was editing the show that we just put out, and we were talking about.
Can you see it?
Like how? Oh, you still have pictures of that? Well, I think it's time for the game. What do we got, buddy?
We already did the sounder once. All right. It's in. We got it ran through. All right. Here's the new plot synopsis based off of the random mishmash we put together. A growing nation of delightfully evolved aardvarks, led by Pete Jones, is threatened by a band of. This one is the most fitting. Also, just the best placement and selection we've ever had. Is threatened by a band of stroke survivors of the devastating parking meters unleashed 4 minutes earlier.
Oh man.
Yikes. devastating parking meters. That would have been an episode title on most episodes. But now we have did you say a band of stroke survivors?
I'll read it again. A growing nation of delightfully evolved aardvarks led by Pete Jones is threatened by a band of stroke survivors of the devastating parking meters unleashed 4 minutes earlier.
4 minutes earlier. So I know this.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Context clues, Jared. So I'll give Jared. We can vamp while Jared figures it out. If anyone in the chat can beat Jared to the answer on this, it's been a few minutes since we gave out some stuff. I would watch that too. I-100. It would need to be an animated show. I don't think there's any way you're getting live action representation of any of those things. The only vamping I can think of has to do with the answer, so I'm struggling. So Jared, we're going to talk a little bit into our most anticipated movies about something coming out in March that we're a fan of some of the people involved in that one on Seth's usual theme.
I was
That
gonna
has to
say,
do
is
with the
there
answers
is there a
to these.
metagame theme going on right now that I'm not catching?
Always. After all this time?
Is it Twilight?
Mr. Potter. It is Twilight. Nicely
Oh,
done.
it is.
For 3 for the win. Yes!
No.
LeBron James at the buzzer.
More specifically, Breaking Dawn Part 1. Excellent job, Jared. I know you pulled that out of your ass. Really
you're
good
right.
stuff. Yeah.
No.
It's not.
No.
No.
Oh. I don't know.
Is it Avatar?
I think it's one of two, and I'm struggling to come up with exactly the which one of them it is. But this is either Dawn of the Planet of the Apes or War for the Planet of the Apes. And I can't remember which, but it's a band of apes led by Caesar, threatened by a surviving group of humans.
Stroke survivors.
Yeah, the stroke survivors that survived the virus, the parking meter virus. So 14, you let slip 14 years. So if that must be War for the Planet of the Apes.
That is correct.
I did not say 4 years. I accidentally said 14 minutes, but you're close. You just picked the wrong one. It was Dawn of the Planet of the
Dawn.
Apes. So
That's
yeah,
the
the
best one, by the
Dawn
way.
of the Planet of the Apes.
a growing nation
For
of
3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer.
Switch.
a growing nation of genetically evolved apes led by Caesar is threatened by a band of human survivors of the devastating virus unleashed a decade earlier.
He's got some really good pizza, by the way.
Pizza,
Caesar pepperoni.
pizza.
I think I would rather have watched Vinegar Strokes of the Planet of the Apes. I think that was a good submission there for fan
I have
fiction.
links for you, Fanjecture. I'll send it to you.
Here, let's do this actually, because we had the really good Jizz is a Noun earlier, and Vinegar Strokes of the Planet of the Apes. Fanjecture, you're a winner today for your comments. We're going to give you a pair of movie tickets. Email us, mail@sociallyconstipatedpod.com. Email me. We'll get you your info and get you a pair of tickets out to you. Still, more giveaways too. So, don't touch that dial for the rest of you.
Do not touch it.
We're all massive fans of the Apes franchise, right? Like
Huge fans of the apes. I don't think I should say that.
Huge fans of the. Yeah, that changes the context a little bit. doesn't it? I honestly like the Batman. We're going to talk about a little bit later. The first or second reason I'm excited to see that is because it's Matt Reeves. Like, it seemed early to be doing another one, but because it's Matt Reeves, I'm in. And so I think it's going to be good. All indications are that it's going to be good. I think they did such a good job with this trilogy, making Caesar, who is, by the way, I think he's a chimpanzee, a really relatable and emotionally, I don't know, you could connect with him in ways that human actors haven't been able to do. The biggest crime of the 21st century, I think, is that there's been no way for us to recognize Andy Serkis for that role because he was fucking stellar. So that's a fantastic franchise, and I'm so excited to talk more Batman that we're gonna scoot right on. So that's game time for the week, and we had Dawn of the Planet of the Apes was the subject of our second draft.
Squirrel nuts.
It's a good sounder. It changes a little bit every time. Let's get into our main topic of the week, our most anticipated movies of 2022. We're going to do this in our bathroom reading.
Sitting on the toilet. Sitting on the toilet.
Before we get into it, one more thing to mention. Want to give a shout out here, and Jared, I'll need your help.
Rant roll. Ooh, what was that? Nudes.
Big
Ooh, what is
shouts
this?
out to our anchor wankers. Got a little special Valentine message. Roses are red, violets are blue. Thank you, anchors. We appreciate you. Not my best work, but it was quickly done. These are our elite level fans and listeners and friends and supporters who went out there to the Anchor page, which you can link to basically anywhere, or you can just go to sociallyconstipatedpod.com, click the link in the top right, and choose to kick us a couple of bucks a month. Keep the show going and growing. It allows us to do giveaways. It allows us to upgrade our tech all the time, and it's super, super helpful for the things that we are doing and want to do. So thank you to all of our Anchor wankers, and happy Valentine's Day, because we sure do love you.
We do. We love you. Thank you.
Alrighty. Back to our regularly scheduled, not Jared flirting
Buffoonery.
with all of our listeners. Buffoonery. Let's talk about the rest of the year. We've had a slow, is it safe to say, a slow start to 2022. Haven't.
You know what's fun?
There's exactly one movie that even feels worth reviewing to this point. Like, is there?
Well, you know what's funny is like with Jared doing Sundance and me going down, like we've actually watched at this point a shitload of movies, the both of us.
So many. So many.
That I forget. I forget that.
But the theater, yes, it's been very few and far between in the theater. We saw Scream,
Uncharted,
and Jackass Forever, which, to be fair, I liked all three of those. So it's not like it's been bad so far, but I've had a good time at the theater, at least.
I always love that about the first quarter of the year is occasionally you'll get a big like February surprise, which is not a sex move. Not anymore.
You want to come back to my place for the February surprise?
It's the only month that's shorter than the rest.
Hey.
Oh.
But getting into the meat of the year, into the spring now has become very, there's good stuff coming out in the spring besides just Fast and the Furious, which I don't think we have one of this year.
Not going to be a good year.
Let me start here with, we mentioned the Batman. I went to the theaters the other day. There was a kind of a trailer for all of the DC Universe stuff that's coming out this year. So the Batman, the Flash, which I think they're basing the Flashpoint, they're adapting the Flashpoint story. We had, what are the other two? There's 4 movies coming out this year. What are the other 2 that I'm forgetting? Besides
Batman, Aquaman, Black Adam, Flash.
Black Adam and Aquaman. Yeah. Where on those lists, Seth, if you had to list those, feels like a safe bet, you got Batman at the top. How would you rank the other 3?
Sorry, so you said Flash, Black Adam, what was the other one? Aquaman?
Batman and Aquaman, yep.
Yeah, Batman, like you said, is the top.
Number 1.
Aquaman is last for sure.
Number 4.
I would probably go the Flash, because I feel like that's going to be DC's answer, or not answer, but attempt to answer Spider-Man with like the multiverse, and Doctor Strange, I guess, with the multiverse stuff.
So many Batmans. And
then, so that'll be cool to see what they fit into it. And then Black Adam, which I am excited about. I think that's going to be definitely a different type of DC movie, and plus it's fucking the People's Champion laying down the smackdown on all these. I don't know. Actually, I haven't seen the trailer really or anything, so I have no idea what he's doing in that movie. But it's The Rock, so I'm gonna go see it.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of cool though that they Cody, you said that they showed that trailer in the movie theater, because it's like, why don't you? Because it's a trailer for 4 movies, Like it's prime real. I think more studios or whatever should do that. Like, hey, these are all our movies coming this year. Get excited.
Yeah, it's a really good, I think it's a good thing to do, because it doesn't matter like what studio you are or what streaming service you are. You're basically just doing a hit reel of like the top shit from your upcoming stuff. So, it's easy to make that type of trailer exciting because you're drawing from several movies. That Netflix does a similar one. HBO does one. I guess that's HBO WB is who did the Justice League stuff. So I'm not much of a DC guy at all, but I got pumped up seeing that one, and the Batman is near the top of my list too. So in the MCU this year, we've got Doctor Strange, which I think is the next one that we'll have. Jared, maybe
movies,
you can
yeah.
help me out here. What's in the MCU this year?
I think it's May is Multiverse of Madness, and then after that, I don't know what the months are, but isn't it Thor: Love and Thunder?
Which everyone's doing that fucking thing they did for Spider-Man of like the trailer's coming out this certain time, blah blah blah.
Yeah, you know what? I'm
like
just
who
gonna
fucking cares?
All the people that are making videos about it, posting about it this week. The trailer, it's 137 days. The other one was 134 days. It's coming this week. No, it's not. Just shut up. Get
Gosh.
We already got a trailer.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, we got a trailer a while ago.
Wait for Thor and Love and Thunder.
Oh, sorry, not Thor. I meant Doctor Strange.
Oh yeah,
I lied.
That one's getting bananas.
But yeah, no,
sandwiches
same
with-
thing.
with the cameos. I don't know what else comes out. I mean, aside from Spider-Verse, which isn't actually MCU, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we're getting the shows, obviously, but we're talking more movies.
Yeah.
Because Moon Knight is March, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, Moon Knight's March 30th.
Sweet.
Moon Knight looks pretty dope.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
And that'll be like same brooding. That'll be like kind of Batman-esque. I think that'll
It's
kind
their
of.
answer.
No, I think it's more of just like a kind of a nice bridge into it, probably for people. It's a good timing for them. Black Panther. Yep, that was the other one. Mr. I-100 said Black Panther was the other one I saw looking today. So good call on
4th
that.
July, Black Panther is November, but it got delayed. Wait, so it's not coming out in November, or it is coming out?
I think it was supposed to come out sooner.
Oh, gotcha.
Maybe.
Gotcha.
I could be wrong, though. But
So
when I looked at...
are
when
those the three this
What
month, or this
on-
year?
I think so.
Oh, hold on, my connection's fighting back. I don't know what the fuck's up with the internet today. What are you guys looking for out of Black Panther? Because I don't. We're told
know.
we're going to get a lot of like Chadwick Boseman tribute type stuff, which I'm definitely here for. I think the big question is going to be who is Black Panther, and I think it'd be cool if they built the marketing around that. Make it a mystery. People are going to go. I doubt they do that. They'll probably give away everything in
Yeah,
the
be
trailers.
like,
but
"You are the
is there anything you're
rightful
looking
heir."
for? Or
In that movie, or what do you mean?
just in that, like, anything you're hoping for or looking for? Do you have like a who you hope is Black Panther or anything like that? Or is it? I'm just right now. I'm just like, fuck. I'll sit around and I know more Wakanda's coming, so I'll leave it at that.
Right, exactly. That's what I am too. I will kind of like with every Marvel movie, especially now, like outside of like Spider-Man, I think like every Marvel movie to this point, and even even Doctor Strange, even Thor, I'm kind of like, I don't know what to expect. I'm pumped to see what happens and hope it's good. If it's, if it sucks, then, that's a bummer. But to this point, they're hitting on quite a few things, and they seem to be, other than Eternals, seeming to hit people's expectations or higher. So, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, Marvel or the MCU is like you're dating that person and you're like, you're too good to be true. Like, there's got to be something. Where's the breaking the glass moment? So, I don't know. Maybe one of these movies has a slip because, again, there's been a lot of production situations with Black Panther. I think, like you're saying, is like, don't reveal who it is. Like, make that part of the mystery of the movie. But I don't even know what that movie is going to entail, I guess, because isn't Wakanda like known now? Like, they're not hidden.
It's out
So-
there. Secret's out.
So it's just like everyone's going to go for him. I don't know.
That could kind of play into the title maybe a bit of like Wakanda, like maybe that Wakanda is never, maybe they do open up the walls or whatever it may be, but like Wakanda's a big part of it in terms of what the future is and that type of thing.
Yeah. If I had to like say what I'm hoping for, I don't need to center around a new Black Panther main character. Just like give me an ensemble of Wakandans and tell me about Wakanda. I think that's how they could get away with kind of what
Now
they
what-
have. And they don't really have a strong enough lead unless it's someone completely fresh. I don't think they want to put it on the Letitia Wright. I would
she
love
came
it
up-
if it was M'Baku. Yeah, she
Letitia-
had some like
Yeah, she had some.
opinions people didn't like.
Yeah.
What were they?
What?
Let us know.
Now what if? Because Jared mentioned like they didn't, not making a big deal of or like, like who is, Black Panther just kind of dropping it, like kind of Captain America with like Falcon in, who no one ever really was like who's gonna be the next Captain America. We all kind of assumed that Chris Evans is leaving. Now what if Anthony Mackie is also the new Black Panther.
Oh shit! And then he gets
So he's
gamma
Captain Panther.
radiation. Oh man, he gets all the powers. He's Mister Fantastic. Or what? Isn't there someone in the MCU or Marvel canon that has all the powers like that?
I have no clue.
That'd be crazy.
Probably,
Man.
I'm sure there is at some point.
But I want Captain Panther.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool.
I know you're putting that as like a, I'm gonna say a dumb joke thing. I gotta chill when you said that. So like, I don't know if that.
Captain
But like,
Panther.
if you had to, I think it'd be interesting if he had to pick between Captain America and Black Panther and only be one of them. That would be an interesting
Ooh,
series.
which
It
one
would also
would
be
you
about
pick,
10
though?
seconds long. You pick Black Panther and you wouldn't fucking think about it at all.
Yeah.
Let's knock out some more superhero stuff before we go on. You mentioned Across the Spider-Verse Part 1.
Part
which,
1.
Funny quick story. I was on an airplane getting ready to take off. You guys texted me the trailer for it. I watched it, and like 2/3 of the way into the trailer, my plane was in the air now, and it cut off, and I had to wait 2.5 hours to finish the trailer, and that sucked. I was like, I was not happy, and I was anxiously waiting for it to come back on. Looks dope. How can you not get excited for that? We'll also have Morbius coming out in the Spider-Verse this year.
Yeah, man.
It seems like they could go in any direction now too. I don't think Morbius is going to be amazing by any means, but I'm like intriguingly watching to see what they continue to do with this Sonyverse. So I'm just kind of waiting to see what move they make.
I'm getting so very tired of everyone doing these part bullshit now. Like it's getting so bad. The Walking Dead. So they had a 2-part finale, right? 2-part like season. Ozark's doing the same thing. But
So is Stranger Things.
Well, yeah, Stranger Things. Walking Dead, they had in their promos it was 2 parts originally. And now it's part 2 of 3. So now they're doing another part. They just add another part. Just do a fucking another season. Like that's the Spider-Verse one. Just make it that movie and then make it another movie. Like why? Stop.
Because they're still in the second one. They're still going across it. You can't say like,
Oh my Lord.
of it, the Spider-Verse. It just doesn't make sense. They're still going across, Seth.
And with the Stranger Things though, they're not calling it a part though. I think it just releases in parts. And I'd even to an extent like Ozark is kind of that. Cuz like I think both of those cases they're just releasing a few months later. Like Stranger Things part 1 releases and then like a month and a half later the second part releases, and then they still have one more season I think on top of that. But like these movies, this Walking Dead thing, it's just another season. Like if there's that far, it was October to February. That's another season. That's not the final season. Fucking Fast and the Furious. That's a movie. That is part 11. That is not 10 part 2.
10 part.
Quit
2,
it.
Yeah.
Quit it. Enough.
Yeah.
I want to know
I'm with you there.
if there's some subconscious marketing scheme where they're like, well, it's part 1, we gotta see part 2 now. Like, why do that? Just make. Oh no, we want it to be an even 10, but it's not. You're splitting it up. It's 11.
That's 11 movies.
It's hard for me to imagine that they're wrapped up in the naming convention when it's Fast and the Furious, Too Fast, Too Furious, Tokyo Drift, Fast and Furious, The Fast and the Furious, Not That Fast or Furious, Seven Furious Samurai, The Hateful and Fast 8.
Furious.
Like it's
I don't
too
even
easy
know.
because the 10th one you say fast 10 your seatbelt, and then 11 the 11 is 2 cars drag racing going back to the basics. Like it's that easy, people.
You just wrote it.
Hire this man. Hire this
You
man.
just write family.
Yeah. Hashtag family.
You just exterior racetrack family credits. Cars drive credits.
Well, aren't they and maybe this is my conspiracy brain, but like aren't they doing a spin-off prequel now?
Are they?
Those younger
Probably.
people of from Fast 9, which I guess spoiler, I guess.
Didn't see it.
There's young people in Fuck, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I liked Hobbs and Shaw, so maybe I will watch the spin-offs. I haven't watched the main ones, but that one was fun. I got shit-faced with my brother at the movies, and we had a good time. Roman Reigns speared a guy. Anyway, couple other things that are coming out. I would say maybe the top movie I'm anticipating this year is Nope. That's going to be the new Jordan Peele. And it's hard to know much about it, and I think they've always marketed well for the Jordan Peele movies because it gives you enough to grab onto and buy a ticket, but without telling you what's going on. He hasn't missed yet, so I'll get to that night one.
Did you watch the teaser for that or
and-
the trailer?
I did, yeah. I watched what they've released so far, and I don't know. It's a great cast. I mean, he has no problem getting people in his movies. It seems like, I don't know, this weird storm is sucking shit up and spitting it out. And
Aliens.
Who the hell knows? Yep. There's going to be probably a cool metaphor that'll make me feel more black when I understand it. I'm just looking forward to it. It's going to be a good day. Last time a Jordan Peele movie came out, it was Us, and there was a white kid next to me rapping the lyrics to Fuck the Police during the scene where that played, and I was like, this is a good moment. I feel good. What are some other ones? That's probably my top one, but outside the superhero realm, is there anything more dramatic or thrillery or any other genre besides superhero that's on your guys' list right now?
Yes and no. I mean, I guess I'm just
Clerks
curious.
3?
Oh yeah, there we go. Clerks 3. That's
I'm
it.
excited for Clerks 3.
That's the only other movie coming out this year. Shit, where'd it go? I was just scrolling. We'll see if Avatar 2 even lands. I don't know about that one. I'm curious about Mario, I guess. Like, what the hell they're gonna do with that movie?
I liked is that the Illumination folks?
Yeah.
Are they doing that?
Yep.
I think they do. I like before they made Despicable Me a genre. I liked those first couple of movies, and I guess people liked that Grinch movie. So I think it will be good. If anything, it'll feel maybe too kiddie, and I might not enjoy it. But I don't know. One way or another, it'll make for good content. You'll get shit on Chris Pratt if it's bad.
Yeah, exactly. Two other ones for me. One that's coming out, I think, when is that? April, actually. The Northman.
I was just about to say that one.
Looks badass. I'm telling you, it looks very much like a video game-esque, like revenge Assassin's Creed type movie.
Hell yeah.
I think I'm just hoping it doesn't do the A24 thing and not be the movie that they're advertising. Because every time I'm excited for a really scary movie, they don't give me scary. So hopefully they didn't promise us action and not give it to us. But that one looks sick. Is that Eggers that's doing that one? That could be dope. A24 is on a hot streak, man. Green Knight was, I think, my number 2 last year.
Yeah, there'll be some wackiness or maybe some weirdness in there. I mean, a solid cast. We have Anya Taylor-Joy, Willem Dafoe, Ethan Hawke, Bjork. Also Netflix, dude. They're putting out a lot of stuff this year. Knives Out 2. Come on.
Knives Out 2 would be high on my list, dude. So I went and saw Death on the Nile, and I enjoyed it. I didn't watch Murder on the Orient Express, but
You don't need to.
Just plop the detective in a new spot, give me a new eclectic cast of characters, and give me a mystery. They could make fucking
Knives
10
Out?
Knives Outs, and I'd be at every single one of them. Yep.
Creed 3 is supposedly supposed to be coming out this year.
3?
We'll see.
I didn't even know that was this year.
Three.
I was gonna say, do you think one of the E's is the 3?
Probably.
It's got to be, right?
Definitely. It'll be around. It'll be the commercial. The trailer will happen, and then you'll see a ring girl go across and hold up a 3, and it'll pan up, and then Creed. The words will fade in over the 3.
Dude, someone hire this man.
I'm either right or someone should hire me. We're both getting honest.
Yeah, that's supposed to come out in November, but we'll see. It says it's filming currently.
Could be a good November.
Oops.
Speaking of old action heroes coming on back, Top Gun Maverick,
That's been delayed like 17 times, right?
Yeah, it has. Yep.
I bet it's
you gotta be
terrible.
in theaters to enjoy all that Tom Cruise. It doesn't seem like it makes sense, but Tom Cruise actually does not fit on the small screen. It's got to be in the theater. So.
I've only seen little bits and pieces of it. I haven't seen a full trailer yet, but that Elvis movie has some good cast to it, at least. Tom Hanks, at least. That's all I know. Baz Luhrmann directed it.
Isn't that The Great Gatsby, man?
I'm in. Yeah. I like Baz Luhrmann. It'll be styled. It'll be stylish. It'll be,
Ooh.
Elvis is kind of cool. It'll be interesting
Kelvin
to see if
Harrison
they,
Jr.?
like- Fuck,
Kelvin
I
Harrison
didn't know
Jr.
he was in it.
plays BB King in it.
Ah, okay. So I wonder. It's funny you mentioned that because literally what I was about to say was I wonder if they're going to mention that he stole everything he did from black people, or if they'll do like the Greatest Showman. He was a good guy. Look at the nice bright colors thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they.
Oh,
if
that
they
sounds
have
like
element,
some
that'll be
Greatest Showman hate right there. I mean, sounds like someone doesn't
Hey.
love that movie anymore.
That is still one of my favorite movies. I just pretend it's not about a real guy. When I'm
It's all fake, yeah.
Yeah. There was a couple others I saw before we get to our Uncharted review. I'm gonna go out on a limb and speak for all of us. So Halloween Ends is coming out in October.
Evil
And-
dies tonight.
Again.
Evil dies this evening or this morning.
This morning,
Maybe it's after
brunch
midnight this time.
Do you think the end of they're all bloody
I-
having brunch at like Denny's or something? You're like, finally. Evil
Time
Yeah,
for
it's
a
basically
moon over
gonna be
my
this.
hammy.
Yeah, there we go.
And then, what if that was the fucking kill line? Oh my god. I am less excited for that movie after the second one than I was before the second one. Is that fair to
Yeah.
say?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see if they can bring it in for a good landing. And then, should have mentioned this earlier because I'm actually really cranked for it, which is going to sound off brand for me. But I went to the movies last weekend and saw the trailer for Lightyear. And that could be like a really fucking awesome movie. Like I get all my space porn because they're doing space stuff. Seems actiony. Anytime you put a David Bowie song in your trailer, I'm going to that movie and I'm gonna like it. They did that for Valerian, and I still say I liked Valerian, and I can't say a single nice thing about it. Are we all on that board? Like, I'm not an idiot, right? That looks amazing.
I don't know. I still am kind of soured after Toy Story 4 a little bit. I didn't love that
that's too
movie.
bad.
And I know it's not Tim Allen in this one, but there's a bit of me like I don't like Tim Allen, but I don't know, like I'm kind of ready for Toy Story to be done. Just let it be what it was. People
Is it
can
because
revisit
you're
it.
old and grown up, and you're like, I'm putting my toys away.
Yeah, I'm like Andy at the end of the third one. To me, the franchise ended at the. Oh, go ahead.
Maybe this is why you need more Toy Story, Seth. Maybe that's when you're ready to put the toys away is when you need a new movie. So Toy Story 5 next spring.
These aren't even toys though. They're it's like it's like what Buzz was based off of, and now
It's
we're
the
getting
origin
to,
of the toy.
now we're getting to this whole like toy origin stuff,
Do
and
you-
I don't want to watch any movie with Woodies in it.
I was gonna say, do you think that they'll then do a Woody origin story with Jesse?
They already
as well?
kind of did. I mean, Toy Story 2 is kind of that.
No, I want a
I'd watch it.
realized version of it.
Yeah.
If they did exactly what they did for Lightyear for Woody, I'd watch it because they would do it in the vein of like a taking it seriously Western. It seems like this is a taking it seriously space movie, and I think it could be really sick. I think you could have done this movie without the Lightyear name, and I would be the same amount of interested in it. I just
Sure.
think the trailer looked really dope. Dan mentions Sonic 2, another animated, well, partially animated, I guess. I think we all enjoyed, maybe Jared and I more than you, Seth, but
I like this. I like the first one.
the second, I'm stoked for the second Sonic. Jared, I know you're a big fan. The appearance of Knuckles in the trailer. I watched your reaction on TikTok. Go check that out if you're in the chat and haven't seen it yet. The Knuckles appearance in the trailer is an all-timer. I was fully
Right here,
cranked when I saw
baby.
that.
My Sonic 3 Tiger handheld right there. Yeah, dude,
Just
I'm
in case
cranked
you were
for it. I'm not a
questioning.
huge Sonic fan, but I want to see it because the first one was so much fun. Well, not a ton of fun, but like they nailed it.
Well, and it came out
Yeah.
February that year, and it was right before the pandemic, and it was, I think, There could be a little bit of like, one came out at time, there was zero expectations. It was February, could have been, complete dog shit video game movie. And I almost wonder if Uncharted kind of has a little bit of that going for it too. But with Sonic, it's still, I do enjoy the movie. I haven't seen it again since, but I did enjoy it at the time. I just worry that this one could be like with any sequel, and especially like video game stuff, like just completely overdo it and give too much of what we liked about the last one, and kind of maybe go a little bit over the top or try too hard with the jokes. That being said, though, again, I like Jim Carrey a lot, and I liked him as fucking Eggman, and Ben Schwartz was good too. So I don't know.
I mean, they're leaning into that because they already greenlit a third one and a Knuckles spin-off series
crazy.
for Paramount Plus. So it's like they're building this world.
Yeah.
They are like, I don't know, whoever designed like Google Ads is working for Disney, because the second you click on one fucking, or not Disney, but movies in general, the second you fucking click on and a movie overperforms, it's all you see for the next decade is spin-offs and reboots and sequels and prequels and all that. And for the most part, it's served me, so maybe I shouldn't complain, but I don't think two sequels and a spin-off were necessarily warranted off of the success of the first Sonic. It seems like a lot.
I wonder if, I think kids probably 14 and below love Sonic. Like it's got that market right there.
I will. So I just my Paramount Plus subscription is I had like a year pass or whatever, and like it was half off, and so it's expiring soon. And the one thing I thought about, we talked about this Knuckle series and all that stuff. If they released on Paramount Plus the previous version of Sonic before they made him the way he looks like now, if they released that movie on Paramount, I would buy 3 years worth of Paramount Plus
100%.
for that.
Just swap them out with the Nightmare version.
Yeah, yeah.
Release the Nightmare cut, dude.
Give me what I want.
And then let's get two sequels and a spin-off of that one.
Exactly. That's what I want.
Shouts out Chrissy, by the way. She's relaying messages through Dan. So Sonic is still on Paramount Plus if you want to catch that before you do get rid of your thing, Seth. And then she mentioned earlier, anybody seen Marry Me with J-Lo? Apparently it's good. I don't believe you on that one.
No, that's not.
Like tell me, that would be amazing.
Oh my God, give me that Tails.
Tails, baby.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Oh my God.
All day.
Oh, that Tails. It looks
day.
like something terrible happened. Oh,
It's like roadkill.
good grief.
Oh, man. Awesome.
Man, oh man.
That's the best stuff right there.
I'm sure we missed some movies in our most anticipated, but we got to roll forward and get into a review here in a second. If we missed any, drop them in the chat over here. And, yeah. If you are only planning on being with us for an hour, we bid you adieu. But we're going to have a review, and before we get into one more thing here, and there's still yet one giveaway. So don't hesitate. Drop those movies we missed for 2022 in the chat box there, and we're going to go onward. And
the giveaway is this exact pizza roll. So if you want that, it's got a little bit of sauce on it. It's a good one.
We're gonna mail that one to you.
And for if you do something extra special, then Seth will step on it before he sends it to you.
Ooh, with a picture, a Polaroid of him stepping on it.
No, that's only if you subscribe to my OnlyFeed account.
Ooh.
It's actually
Careful,
not a bad
contents are
idea to
hot.
just. I guarantee someone's making like 6-figure just stepping on stuff.
Probably.
God bless America, man. All right, let's review Uncharted.
Mom, what do you think?
I hated it.
We did not forget Jurassic Park, Mr. I-100. We just don't care. The Uncharted movie came out last week. We care a little bit, but I don't. Seth, I think, well, I guess both of you guys you guys have been Uncharted fans. I came into this as I'm barely familiar with the source material. You get Tom Holland stepping in as Nathan Drake, which was an interesting casting choice because he's younger than he is in all the games. You got Mark Wahlberg, who looks nothing like Sully, filling that role. And I want to get your guys' reactions first because you know the source material. So, what did you think of this one?
I was pleasantly surprised. I kind of gave way of the video game connection before I even started it. Before I sat down, just because what we've seen so far of it, it looked like a complete mishmash of all of the games, a bunch of scenes from all the different games. And to their credit, while there was a lot of mishmash of things, it definitely felt like a prequel to the games, and especially by the end and some of the post-credit stuff, it does set up more. They did change a fair amount from the games, but I'm okay with it because, again, I've kind of let that go. But all in all, like, Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg have good chemistry together. They're fun. I really enjoy that. I think Tom Holland as this version of a Nathan Drake was good, funny, a little bit more of a good guy than what Nathan Drake is. A little bit more of a silly. I think he's kind of a sillier Nathan Drake. And way smarter. Like, Nate Drake in the games knows a lot of stuff, but he also has like a lot of notes and things. Like they're making him out to be kind of like a whiz kid almost with Holland. But yeah, it's basically one of those things of like, it didn't do anything new. It didn't make me go, oh my God, but made me laugh. There's some really cool scenes. The CGI was a bit rough at times, but a little bit too like bouncy, it felt like, with some of the characters. But again, that's the video game too. Like, the video game has these incredible scenes, but way unrealistic, like bodies flying and all that stuff too. So that felt a bit like the game, and I think the way they ended it makes me excited to see more. So I think we'll get more. Did really well at the box office this weekend, so made $50 million over the 4-day. So
there we go.
That's pretty good.
Shit. I didn't realize that. So there's 2 sequels and a spin-off series coming out on Sony Plus before too long. Are you in agreement here, Jared? Because I enjoyed it as well, but I'm not married to the source material like you guys.
Yeah, I think out of the three of us, I think, Seth, you're probably more steeped in the lore than I am.
Yeah. I've played the first 3 games multiple times. I played the second one probably 4 times, which is the only franchise that I've done that for. That and God of War maybe a little bit, but that's about it.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with kind of all you said. I mean, it is essentially generic action movie 27, change the title to like Jungle Treasure Heist or Helicopter Jungle Rescue or something,
Helicopter Jungle Rescue.
It was
Sounds like the next
fun.
season of Power Rangers.
Yeah, Power Rangers Jungle Rescue. What do you think the Megazords turn into? Okay, we're getting off topic. Sorry. Yeah, I had a fun time. I think that again, it's one of those things, not to like spoil or anything, but like literally the last 3 minutes, I'm like, I want that movie. I mean, it's a whole movie, but in reality, it feels like a story setting up. Hey, now you're going to get your actual trilogy potentially. I think that they're hopefully going to learn from certain things that didn't work, maybe lean more into certain things from the games or build things out. Again, if you're a big fan of the games and the lore, they're definitely cherry picking, kind of taking liberties with a few things here or there. I don't know. Again, fun time. I wouldn't say that it's like groundbreaking, but there's nothing else in the movie theater right now, so go check it out.
A couple other things. Sorry, I know, Cody, you have some thoughts in terms of the game, but just they came out of my head. So they didn't do anything though with the second game. Like, the second game wasn't touched, and I think that's my favorite video game of all time. And so that they left that, and I think that's a perfect, if they did a trilogy, perfect one to end it on. I think. They would probably have to do a little bit with Tom Holland or with his brother Sam. They would maybe have to like wedge him in there a little bit because he didn't show up to the third one. But Anyway, the music was the other thing. The classic Uncharted theme is in there at points, and that's all I wanted. Really, was like the only thing I really, really wanted was the music from the games, and they did that. And they kind of remixed a little bit. There's like a scene, brief spoilers, where the voice actor who played Nathan Drake,
I wondered if that was him.
he had a cameo, and they do a little bit of that music when he's on the screen, and I'm like, okay, that's a sweet little touch. And then there's a scene with Tom Holland fighting, and they play a good chunk of the song. So that's all I wanted, and they did that too. So worked for me.
Yeah, I that cameo,
Nolan North is
had
his
the
name.
feel of a scene. Yeah, I remembered you had mentioned liking him as a voice actor in the past, and so I saw that scene, and I was like, I feel like I'm supposed to be in on the joke there, and I'm assuming that the joke is that that's Nolan North, and I'm glad I was right. I thought it was a cute little. It was it was good that they included him. I thought that made sense to do. That was good to do. I enjoyed this too. I just like you guys said. I think it's your run of the mill. If you took Uncharted off the name, it wouldn't have changed what I thought about it in any way, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think it coming out in the desert of January, February helped it probably for me. If this came out in November, I might not have even caught it, much less enjoyed it as much as I did. But I liked it, and I'll be interested to see what they do next because, like you guys said, I want more of the action, big set piece shit from the games and less origin story, him pretending to be Tom Cruise in Cocktail, which is probably going to end up getting us a remake of Cocktail. Almost that'll mark my words, and I'm glad this recorded. They're going to fucking do that and put Tom Holland in it. But anyway, I like Tom Holland. I just don't want him to be in everything. Yeah. Uncharted was good. It gets a recommendation. I100 says you'll wait for it on streaming. That's perfectly fine. I would put it in that realm, except for I did see it in IMAX, which added a lot to the big set pieces. So if you're willing to compromise a little bit on that, I think it's a worthwhile one to catch on streaming if you're not rushing out to the theater.
They still got to cast Elena Fisher, who is the actual love interest in the games, not Chloe. So that'll be interesting to see where they go with that one. And there's a couple big villains too coming up. They mentioned one in the post-credit scene that I think will be interesting to cast. One of them ends up helping out later on too, so we'll see.
A twist, you say? Well, I can't wait to find out what the fuck that means. For now, though, that's all we know about Uncharted. Getting a recommendation, a little generic, but a fun time at the movies if you're looking to get back to the theater.
Mom, what do you think?
I hated it.
As I mentioned, it's pretty barren coming up. And we didn't talk about it, Jared, but do you have any coming soon you want to highlight, or do we roll into one thing?
There's nothing really like this week. I mean, in March,
Butter?
Wait, is there a movie called Butter?
Yeah.
What's that about?
Hey, give me some fucking butter!
Hey! Is it like a movie about making the best like flapjacks or something?
No, I think it's actually kind of a messed up movie, to be honest.
Huh.
Let's
Thought
see.
it would maybe
That
like
joke
be
will age
butter,
well.
like a Butterface situation, something like that.
It could be.
Oh, that's right. I think did I tell you about this one? Okay, so it's called Butter. A lonely obese boy everyone calls Butter is about to make history. He's going to eat himself to death live on the internet, and everyone is invited to watch.
Yeah.
And then they all encourage him to eat himself to death.
Yeah, it's like essentially that scene from Matilda where he eats the cake, but like extended out the whole movie.
Butter.
Is that like a dark comedy or just dark?
It feels like
Cool.
it's very much like what was that Uber movie with the guy from Stranger Things? It feels like that.
What?
Oh, I know the one. Spree? Is that what that was called?
Yeah,
Stuber?
Spree. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It feels like it's in
That was good.
world.
Yeah.
I don't know about this Cyrano movie. I
With the
I
dink?
know I've heard that title, but
Dink.
I'm unfamiliar.
Oh, dude,
that's
they've been-
Dinklage doing the whole
they've been-
swashbuckler thing, right?
Yeah, they've been marketing that in the movie theaters hard.
Yeah.
I think
Apparently,
that
it's been
looks
out
bad.
too. I think it has like good scores on Rotten Tomatoes. I think it was out previously.
Period piece musical, basically love story.
I don't know if it's a musical. I'm there if it's musical. Otherwise, I thought, yeah, I've seen enough movies of this type.
Oh yeah,
But I don't- I
Mr.
guess
I-100. Oh,
No Exit?
Go ahead.
What's this one?
yeah.
It's called No Exit from Hulu.
I've actually seen it. I can't talk about it yet, but it's a thriller movie. 5 people, I think 6 people get snowed in, and
Edward?
some secrets come out, and craziness ensues.
Jared, does that Fresh movie come out this month?
March 4th, Hulu, baby.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That one
Yeah,
that
so
was
March.
You wanna
I
tell
mean,
us?
March again has a handful of things. We got Batman. We have
I thought it
Fresh,
was.
which Seth and I have watched at Sundance. There's also a Netflix
Sebastian
movie
Stan.
called The Adam Project that I heard was pretty good. So I think the beginning of the month is stacked, and then it's kind of barren for the rest of the month.
Yeah. Pixar's Turning Red is on, I guess, Disney Plus. I don't know if this website's right or not.
Oh yeah, March
But
11th.
She's like the Hulk, but she turns into a red panda. And I think it's...
Oh,
I
yeah.
saw a headline that... And I don't know if the movie... The headline I saw said the original script of Turning Red was a lot more honest about periods. And so either that movie at one point was about a girl getting her period for the first time, which makes the whole thing makes so much more sense. And it's not at all about that anymore, or it's about that. And I would rather see it be like that, honestly. Like I've not been asking for a movie about periods, but if Pixar is going to do one and it's something that like young girls can, relate to, fuck yeah, why not? I think that's an awesome
Wow,
thing if they do it that way. I don't know at all
Interesting.
if that's right. Yeah. It'll be cute, if nothing else. So lots of good stuff out there for the rest of this year. Not so much coming up soon, but there are a couple gems if you're willing to go find them. So that's what's coming soon.
It's coming right for us!
No uncut gems. Too much anxiety. Let's get you out of here. But first, one more thing.
But I'm down to one more thing.
I didn't think at all about what my one more thing would be, and so I will
Horizon.
say
Oh, that was mine.
that my one more thing is you know what? How about The King's Man? I watched this one at home, and I missed it at the theater. I was sick when it came out. I had the vid. And I watched it at home, and it's pretty rare for me to watch new movies at home. I don't do it. I don't do the VOD stuff like you guys do. If I'm not in the theater, I'm pretty much not watching it unless it's way later. I liked The King's Man quite a bit. I thought it was a good prequel. I think you guys reviewed it in the last few weeks on the show, or maybe not. But it wasn't as goofy as the other ones, and at times I preferred that, and at times I didn't. So I think it's closer to the first movie than the second. I know, like, among us, I know that none of us are as high on the second Kingsman movie as the first, and Seth has a big gap between, and The King's Man goes pretty comfortably in between. It's everything you would expect in an origin movie, not a ton of surprises, but there's some very cool action set pieces. And they get innovative with the fighting, which is always cool. So it's what you expect from Kingsman, and nothing world-shattering on that. So I enjoyed The Kingsman, trying to get caught up on some of the stuff I missed over the last couple of months and get back into the movie theater, man. I have not been as often as I would like to be in the last couple of months. So
Let's see what's playing while we're there.
Wait, Cody, did you...
Moonfall.
Yeah, Moonfall, baby. Let's see it in Screen X. Did you
see
say
Doc.
you watched... you rented it, or you watched it just on streaming? Because I think
It's
it's
on Hulu.
It's on Hulu. Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't pay. I just watched it on Hulu.
Gotcha. Halfway through that conversation, I literally lost what my one more thing is. So I'm just gonna say, vacation, all I ever wanted. Yeah, the two Seth and I, we're going to visit vacation. Gonna be gone for a couple days.
Visit vacation.
Yeah, visit vacation.
That's me.
Visit. Yeah, Cody is vacation.
Vocation.
Visiting. Yeah.
Cocation? There we go.
Yeah, go on some cocation.
Cocation? Sounds like we're doing blow.
I will be stressing the
I
whole
don't know.
time
That's what you guys want to do.
because of content, but hey, here, whatever.
Jared,
you
no
know.
stressing.
Oh, I'm
You're not
already-
allowed.
yeah, there's things I will tell you guys off air that it is high alert right now. So
Oh shit. Well, there's no stress in the co-zone layer, so we'll have to see how we can insulate
Gross.
from that. Very excited to have you guys out here.
Yes! We need to go to space!
My one more thing. I did say Horizon, which has been so much fun to play again, but kind of relating to Batman, what we were talking about earlier. I listened to, there's an official prequel book that just came out within the last few weeks, I think, or last month or so. I don't think it's written or any input by Matt Reeves or anything like that, but it is officially like a prequel to the movie. And I would recommend listening to this. I think it's more of an enhancement to the movie as opposed to like anything crucial. I think it gives some motivations to some of the villains and kind of gives a little bit of just like a foundation of what to expect out of this Batman. Without going into too many details, I'll say that Robert Pattinson, this Batman that he's going to be, is definitely more of a detective. I think that's something that we've heard a lot of. He's more reliant upon himself and his brain as opposed to some of the other Batmen who rely on money and other people to build their stuff for them. He comes up with his own like chemicals because he's a forensic scientist, so he goes to school for that, and so he comes up with different chemicals and does a lot of just like. And before even being Batman, just as a kid, he would like go places and pick up evidence and like figure out little mysteries or whatever. That's just something he likes to do. He also trains with Alfred, so Alfred does have that background of being like a British special forces guy. But then he also trains across the world. He like travels and goes to like a ton of different universities and trains there. So he's well versed in fighting. Creates his own fixes up a car and makes the Batmobile himself. So he knows how to do upgrades to it and all that stuff. All very, very cool things that I'm super excited for with this movie that I think is going to let it stand apart from the other ones. The main villain I think we've seen so far is Riddler. And so really the main thing with his backstory is that he was involved with the Waynes as an orphan. And there's some stuff going on there. And he's essentially, his whole thing is he grew up seeing rich people and people of privilege not appreciate what they have and be generally mean to people. And so he is kind of fighting back, and he gets pleasure out of when he sees those people fail and are hurt and stuff. So he naturally doesn't like Bruce Wayne. And so, there's a little bit of backstory with, like I mentioned, Alfred, a little bit of backstory with Oswald Cobblepot, who's the Penguin, and some of the crime families and stuff too. But if you want to get more detail, I'd definitely recommend listening and or reading this book. Pretty short. The listen was only 2 hours and some change, so it won't take too long, and something to kind of give you a little bit of a teaser, a little bit of a taste for the Batman coming out in a few weeks.
Ooh, just a little taste to get you riled up. Next week, the Batman coming out. Between now and then, we're having a little vacation, all we ever wanted. And I don't know, maybe we can throw up some goofy content or something while you guys are here. That'd be kind of fun. And The King's Man is out there on Hulu, so go check that out. One more thing.
But I'm down to one more thing.
Mr. I-100, you're our last winner of the night. Send us an email, mail@sociallyconstipatedpod.com. Appreciate you and all of you for being in the chat tonight. It's great to be here with you live. I wish we could do it for longer. There's so many, you guys dropped so many good movies and questions and things that we didn't have time to get to, but we're going to talk a lot more Oscars over the next month. So check out the main show, Socially Constipated, and we'll be back in a month. I think it'll be just before Oscar time, but we haven't scheduled that yet. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out on sociallyconstipatedpod.com. Very soon I'll be able to get our Oscar game up, which last year was very competitive and very fun. And this is my year. I've seen no movies this year, so I'm confident this is the year I'm going to win the game. So it's mail at sociallyconstipatedpod.com. And
Not
you
the
can click on
gender.
our somewhere. There's our info's somewhere. If you go to the podcast page, or I don't know if it's on prior episodes that we've posted here, Jared. I don't know. Somewhere it's out there, but it's mail at sociallyconstipatedpod.com.
Oh wow, I didn't even do overlays or anything this whole show. Wow.
And it worked fine. I think we did it. Seth is just so compelling. I wasn't even looking for him. I didn't even know Pennyworth was out. I might have to do that. Anyway.
That was a
Came
that was a
out, like,
prior
years ago,
yeah.
right?
Oh, I didn't know that. Fuck me, I'm way behind.
There we go.
But I've heard
Yeah,
good
there
things
it
about
is.
it.
It's up above Jared's head there. I-100. Yeah, email us. We'll get you your contact info. Get your prize. Buy you a ticket to Batman if you haven't gotten yours already. All right. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Don't forget, every Tuesday we're posting the Socially Constipated podcast, and hopefully sometime very soon we'll have some other shit coming out on other mediums and things, and keep an eye out on the website to catch all that. Also, don't forget, while you're here, like and subscribe if you're not already to JBuck Studios. Also, click over to the TikTok and subscribe there as well. I think that'll wrap us up. So thanks for joining us. It's good to be back here with you live. Congrats to our winners tonight. And if you didn't win, come on back next month. We'll do some more giveaways. So we're actually going to end it now. For Jared Buckendahl and for Seth Ott, I've been Cody Michael. We'll see you next time.
Bye.